That's horrible.
He came in during the Ravens game. It looked horrible.
Just go with the full screen. How's everybody doing today? It is Tuesday. It is already a long week. It's already a stressful week, but we are here. I'm here, of course, with my two favorite people, Mr. Hendo and Mr. Brodney.
I don't see OTR Mike in here.
Look at OTR Mike has fallen off the face of earth. He was once the GOAT. Now he's just a ghost because he just disappeared on me. But shout out to OTR Mike. I hope he's doing well. I miss that guy. But let's get it started. Let's get into it because we got a lot to talk about.
Image, your beats are so fire.
What's going on? Why are you shaking your head?
I like how everybody got 2 highlights, but the Ravens got 1. I like that. You're not biased at all.
Did you watch the game?
Did you watch the Panthers game?
Oh, that's rude.
No, I didn't. I didn't watch it.
I don't know why.
I try to be moral support for Brodney, and then I was like, you know what? It's just I'll send him a message and say, hey, hope you're well. Because
y'all are rude.
Yeah.
That's why your teams don't ever win anything.
Boy, Buck team win 1 game and he just mouth almighty, tongue everlasting.
Oh, hey, when you score 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes, you can talk that talk.
Really?
You know?
Let's just curb that enthusiasm for the whole season.
Look at watching Carl Murray run around. It looked like a little kid.
He like a little kid.
It looked like a little kid. And then when he takes his helmet off, it's like with the one eye black right here. Yeah. Like, okay, Nelly, can we calm down? Shout out to Kyler Murray because they destroyed the Rams. Jesus, they murked the Rams.
His jersey and the ball is going to the Hall of Fame.
Already, you calling it?
No, they're getting the jersey and it's going to the Hall of Fame because he had 250 yards passing, 50 yards rushing, and a perfect passer rating. So that jersey and that ball are headed to the Hall of Fame if it's not already there.
Yeah.
Wow, you know that. That's interesting. Shout out to Kyler Murray. Close. I think that's the closest he'll get to.
Shout out to Marvin Harrison Jr.
Shout out to Marvin Harrison Jr. As you said, Brodney,
All it took was for me to make a video about him, and he goes off. That's all it takes. Next, I'm gonna make a video about Bryce Young.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you're gonna be able to do that because he's riding the pine now.
That's all right. When I make the video, he's gonna come back and be like, "Oh, he talking about me? Watch this."
Right? He's gonna be like, "Hey, Hendo, he's gonna be like Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, right?"
Facts.
Right. As soon as he gets out of Carolina, he's gonna throw 200 touchdowns.
He's never getting out of Carolina.
That's all right.
That's their franchise QB. He's not getting out. He's going to turn it around. I mean, once they get a line.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. It's fine. I'm just, 2-time MVP that can't win anything and haven't won anything since we stopped paying the rapist. Want to talk a whole lot over here.
Wow. That was so disrespectful.
Yes, Ben is disrespectful to women.
He was also disrespectful to the Browns too.
So it's okay though.
I'm a little thirsty today. How y'all doing? Are you doing okay, Hendo? I know it was a rough weekend for you, but you doing okay?
It wasn't rough for me. I'm cool. I'm chilling.
I saw that she didn't come to a Ravens Roundtable yesterday.
I was knocked out.
Sure didn't.
I was
So
asleep.
so we got a lot to talk. You got a lot to say today, right? Since you didn't say it last night.
Not really. What's there to talk about? Did you see that performance?
There was a lot to talk about. Did you see the show?
No.
We had to talk about a lot. Coach had like 9 questions.
Did he really?
Yes.
And you weren't there to answer, and none of them.
Oh, my bad.
People in the chat were like, "Where's Hendo?"
No, they weren't. They was
Yeah,
like,
they
phew. Glad
they
he's
were.
not here.
How you doing, Bronny? How's I know your weekend was rough too, but how you doing?
No, it wasn't. I don't care. I don't. Once the Panthers show me that they're not good, I disengage. It's fine. I watched a lot of good football this weekend.
Was there a lot of good football this weekend though?
Yeah, there was. It just wasn't in Carolina. That's fine.
Well, Baltimore or Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't in Pittsburgh. It was in Denver.
Or Denver.
Yeah, there wasn't any good football in Denver either.
Just because you
Great.
won, don't mean.
I guess I watched some good football Saturday. Is what happened.
Was there some good college games? I know
There
Colorado
were-
State. I know Colorado State called out Colorado and then just got beat. So
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Miami was good. Oregon was good. So
did USC win?
I don't know if they played. Did they play? I don't think they played this week.
Well, I think they're supposed to play Michigan, weren't they? I don't know. We'll
No,
check
not
it.
this week.
Not this week. Okay.
Or I guess not last week. I should say.
I'm kind of foggy in the head, kind of like being like Tua. Dude, they have been clowning Tua bad. You know, they've been using clips from radio.
Oh,
And they're like-
why? Why? That's not.
right, Hendo? It is not right.
That's
It's
not
not right.
It's not funny either.
It's not. It's just people posting this stuff, and it's like,
Seems
But you steadily laughing.
I'm not laughing.
You were just laughing.
No, I wasn't. And I'm glad you got your camera fixed and not looking like Ashley Larry. Don't look at me like that. 'Cause
Let
then
me
I'm
ask
gonna
this.
start
Let me ask this.
laughing.
question.
No, don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that.
Let me ask this question, Suge.
Do not look at me like
How long are you going to keep trying to ride that joke?
What joke?
How many weeks?
Anytime he needs to deflect.
It's been 3
Ashley
weeks. now.
Larry?
It's
Ashley
been 3 weeks.
Larry?
It's been 3
All I
weeks
said
now.
was I saw that you got your camera fixed. I didn't mention it last
It's been-
week.
it's been 3 weeks now.
let's
How long you
be,
going to
let's
keep
be
trying to
real
ride?
though, Hendo. You blended in real nice with that gray shirt though.
That's cool. But how long we going to keep? How long are we going to continue with this joke? You going next year? You still going to be like that same joke? Ha ha ha! It's so funny.
As long as it gets under your skin.
You
doesn't
wait,
though.
but you always say the same jokes about me.
What same jokes?
You know what same jokes?
I'm asking.
It's that's
Enlighten me.
behind the behind the
Enlighten me.
scenes.
No.
That's-
Enlighten me. First of all, stating the same facts and telling the same jokes are 2 different things.
not facts. Not facts.
Clink clink.
Man, I am so happy you showed up today because you were like, you didn't show up last night, so today you're ready to go. I love it.
I'm chilling.
I love it. What up, Matt D? Kicking him when he's down. Right?
Exactly.
Hendo
And he's
always
still
kicking me
he's
down.
still laughing.
I'm laughing at you.
He's not talking about you. You know he's not talking about you.
I know he's talking about you, kicking
talking
you while
about-
you're down.
He's
While
talking
the Ravens,
about Tua.
I'm not talking about Tua. But scores from around the NFL. Obviously, we were talking about 49ers losing to the Vikings. Sam Darnold, 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Brock Purdy threw for 319, 1 touchdown. Didn't miss much from the running back, Jordan Mason, 100 yards, 1 touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 110 yards, but no touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, 4 receptions, 133 yards, 1 touchdown, but he did get hurt. So he might be out for a little bit. Not really sure. Haven't heard any updates on that. Buccaneers, we were talking about Carolina, Baker Mayfield beating the Lions. Are the Lions, I won't say they're frauds, but are they not the team that we saw at the end of the year last year?
They look like they're struggling a little bit right now, and Jared Goff in particular is playing like Jared Goff, so that makes it difficult to win. We'll see if he can turn it back around and go back to fantasy land from the last couple seasons.
I mean, the one guy we all hate on or talk crap about, David
Don't talk
Carr.
crap about anybody.
I mean, you can go
particularly
back and look.
not retired David Carr.
Yeah, David Carr. Yeah, it's David Carr. He's not Derek Carr. David Carr. Derek Carr led the Saints, just beat down the Cowboys.
They beat the hell out of Dallas. And
Yeah.
I'm glad that they did, because it's going to be so much funnier when Dallas beats Baltimore this week.
That's what you picking that?
Oh, well, you got to tune in to see, Hendo. we don't give that away for free, buddy. You got to stay all the way to the end.
It's gonna be that much fun. Dallas beat Baltimore, please. They can't beat us.
Okay. You picking that?
Damn Skippy.
Cardinals beat the hell out of the Rams. Chiefs and Bengals. A lot of interesting things came out of this game. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase had a little bit of a tussle on the field. There was people complaining about flags. Did you guys see that play where it was a fourth down? Yeah, and they called it
clear
pass interference.
When he tried to catch the ball through the dude's head. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are complaining. It was obvious, but a lot of people want to complain and the Chiefs got the refs in their pockets. It's funny to watch franchises say that after they lose a game. I've seen a lot of other teams do it. I won't name names, but they do that. Oh, it's the refs.
Yeah,
and it's
I've seen that too when Pittsburgh's losing.
Yeah, but we come back and win the game. So
but you don't even wait till the end to start. It's funny with teams like Kansas City. When you're the top team, teams will do blatantly illegal things, hoping that the referees won't call it just because. And then when they do, it's like, oh man, they cheating. Like, well, no, don't run through somebody's back trying to catch the ball.
Absolutely, it was interesting just watching those people complain about that call, and then just complaining about the whole game, and then watching the Jamar Chase and Burrow thing. Do you think there's kind of a rift going on in Cincinnati now, Hendo?
No, they just tired of losing. You're tired of starting the season 0-2.
I think there might be. I think that Joe he projects an image of just not caring, and then Jamar wants his money, obviously, and then you put the losing on top of it. And it's not like Jamar Chase is going out there and being Jamar Chase from his rookie year, since his rookie year. So I think there's possibly a little bit of a rift. I think probably, I think Jamar may have thrown around the word overrated or something like that, because Joe hasn't really been that guy recently, and they won just as many games with Browning last year.
Pretty much, yeah.
Interesting.
You didn't get paid. I'd already have my money.
And you ain't doing nothing.
You're missing wide open throws at the end of the game and not getting blamed for it.
Yeah, that's true too.
Chase wants his money. Well, he's got to go chase it.
Chase wants his guaranteed money.
And, speaking of Cousins, Falcons, Eagles. Falcons going out there beating the Eagles. The big play was that catch by Saquon Barkley. Wide open, in through his hands. Just went through it, and then Kirk Cousins was able to lead Falcons down the field, score a touchdown. I don't think this is an indictment on the Eagles. I just think, Falcons made some great plays. Eagles made some unfortunate plays, but I think the Eagles are going to be fine. Tough loss. What do you guys think about it? I know you're over there winking, raising your eyebrows.
I mean, I didn't see the game, but you telling me it's not an indictment on the Eagles? They're playing the Falcons that lost to the Steelers. And then on top of that, I'm not for certain. The only answer was the truth. And then on top of that, when Saquon dropped that ball, they kicked the field goal. What was it, like a minute and a half left in the game? And you in your defense with all these additions, let them go down the field and score a touchdown. Yes, that is an 70. That is an indictment on your team
with no timeouts.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, no, it was an incredibly stupid play. Now, look, Saquon should have caught the ball. He was wide open. It was a relatively easy catch. He should have made the catch, and that would have been the end of the game. But it was an incredibly stupid call because there was about a minute 45 or so left when they ran that play. You run the ball, and when you have Saquon, there's a good chance that you're going to get the 4 yards anyway. But you run the ball, you run that extra 40 seconds off the clock, kick your field goal, and maybe they don't even have time to score at that point.
Nick Sirianni strikes again.
They got no pressure on Kirk that entire drive. And you know, the tiniest bit of pressure would have made him crack. Like, send a blitz.
Something.
I don't know. I don't know what a bad defense looks like. So
you don't watch Steelers games much?
Steelers defense looks great. Today I heard from somebody, and not a Steelers podcaster or a person that reports on the Steelers, that the Steelers look like the 2000 version of the Ravens, and I was like, "Woo!" I hope Ravens fans don't hear that one.
You heard from a moron today?
Wow, why are you going to call Hendo a moron?
Because I didn't say that shit.
Hendo texted me that earlier. He's like, "Yeah, man, that looks like Ed Reed out there." Ray Lewis. It's okay. It's okay.
How many tackles did he have this week? Was it one?
Who?
You're Ray Lewis. You're Patrick Queen.
Yeah,
one
last week.
Our Ray Lewis is TJ Watt. He just wrecking everything. But our PQ, look at PQ's just chilling. He gets to relax now. He ain't got to make all the plays. He lets it.
Can he make any plays?
He lets Watt make the plays. The corners make plays. He just makes sure nobody goes over the middle, and he good.
But
okay.
Actually, he didn't miss a wide open tackle, so that's a good thing.
Well, nice to know that he's still feeling himself.
He didn't miss any wide open tackles, but we're okay there. Bears Texans, number one, not number one, but young quarterbacks. Caleb Williams is starting to get a little bit of the Justin Fields treatment. A lot of people, I know it's early in the season, but a lot of people are like, look what's going on. We saw this last year with Justin Fields. Now it's happened to Caleb Williams, even with the additions.
The problem is that none of the additions were on the offensive line. And he's getting just absolutely destroyed every time he drops back to throw. Like, you can have all the receivers that you want. If you can't protect at all, it's not going to matter, particularly a rookie quarterback in a second start.
And you got CJ Stroud out there just gunslinging and making some plays. It's going to be interesting watching what he does this season because
CJ Stroud.
It is hilarious. Listen, there was this guy commentating on the game, pure gold.
Nah.
Wish you could have heard it. Best thing I've heard in a long time.
So you out there, this middle school haircut.
Wow. Somebody's a little upset.
I'm not upset because he's 0-1 against Bryce Young, and that's forever now.
Forever. Remember that. All right.
He can't make that up.
All right. Speaking of Bryce Young.
You don't know what's going to happen to Andy Dalton?
Speaking of Bryce Young, 18 for 26, only 84 yards. Trooper Hubbard, 10 carries, 64 yards. J.K. Dobbins, 17 carries, 131 yards, 1 touchdown. I mean, he, people said, "Oh no, that guy can't run, can't stay healthy."
No one's ever said he couldn't run.
They did say he couldn't stay healthy.
I mean, that's because he had Baltimore training staff.
Facts.
He hasn't stayed healthy yet. Anyway, it's only week 2.
Yeah, it's true too.
Yeah, but he's not in Baltimore anymore, so he'll probably stay healthy for the whole year.
Nah, but he's still dealing with a hardball. The right hardball.
The good hardball.
The right hardball.
Justin Herbert, 14 for 20, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
It's terrible.
2 touchdowns to Quentin Johnston, one of the biggest wide receiver busts ever.
Yeah, Quentin Johnson, 5 receptions, 51 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bronny,
yes, sir.
We got the news that Bryce Young's going to be benched.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling about that?
I feel bad for Bryce. I do feel bad for Bryce. I think he came in, whether or not he could play is beside, the point that, now. But he came in, number 1 overall pick. You got all this pressure on you. They traded away DJ Moore, a future first-round pick, and all this stuff to bring you in. And then they did absolutely nothing. Like, they actively worked against him in his rookie year. They didn't block at all. They didn't really have anybody to throw to. He's had 3 head coaches in his first 18 games in the NFL. So the deck was stacked against him completely. But this offseason, they did go out and improve the O-line. They brought in more receivers. And, he looks exactly the same. So whether it's he just never had it or he had it and they broke him in the first season, I guess we'll never really know. But at some point, Dave Canales was going to start thinking about the rest of the team and his own job. And he had to get out of there. You can't complete 18 passes for 84 yards and have that be your best outing for the season.
No, not at all. Do you think that moving forward, the Panthers are going to pick up some wins with Andy Dalton, or do you think it's just
15-2, baby? No, they're gonna look better. I think they'll look better with Dalton running the offense, but they're a bad team. They're just a bad team. So I don't think they're not gonna go on a win streak. But they're gonna look more like an NFL team with Dalton back there than they have with Bryce Young.
Now, Hendo, I don't think you've said Young was a bust, but you did bring up the question. Maybe he just isn't good. I know Jose has said that also. Do you think this is gonna, in the long run, gonna help Bryce, or do you think this is gonna hinder him?
Oh, it's hard to say. If they'd have tried this, they did try it. Yes, it's going to hurt him. I think his feelings are hurt. I mean, you're a young guy. You've been praised all your life. You were one of the best players on the team in high school and college. Then you get to the pros, and you may be the worst player ever, as some say. He's the worst first-round pick ever. That has to hurt your confidence a little bit.
Well, you talk to the same morons the ship been talking to?
No, they just been putting stuff online. I don't believe it. I think that he can actually be salvaged with the right coaching and some protection and some real weapons. But we don't know what the Carolina Panthers are actually going to do for him, or if they've given up hope on him. So I hope he can turn it around.
The least pressured quarterback in the league this past weekend.
I mean, that's this weekend.
I know, but I'm saying, and he completed 18 passes for 84 yards. He needs to be off the field. Whether ultimately he can play or not, he needs to be off the field right now because he's just, it's not working. Right, he needs to get on the sideline and see if he can clear his head, get his confidence back, and he can try. I think he's done in Carolina. I don't think they're going to go back to him in Carolina, but he's very young. Obviously, right? It's only his second season. He's going to have other chances, so he needs to get off the field, get his confidence back, see if he can go somewhere else and turn things around.
Yeah, he is still a toddler.
But listen, but honestly, Green Bay is showing you they had Brett Favre as a starter for a long time, right? And then they draft Aaron Rodgers in the first round. He sits for 3 years. He comes in immediately and is one of the top quarterbacks in the league. They draft Jordan Love, who looked like complete garbage in his last season in college. They let him sit for 2 or 3 years. He comes in and was immediately one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Sitting can help quarterbacks quite a bit, right? Not saying that Bryce Young will come off the bench somewhere else and be a top quarterback, but being able to sit down and learn the game from the sidelines and not have all of that pressure on his shoulders all the time can help him for sure.
Shout out to Ben. What's going on, man? Shout out to, he is a Saints fan, so he was having a great weekend.
Ben, I feel so sorry for you.
Same size as Kyler, by the way.
Huh? 2 other people up here, Ben. Whatever, though.
I think. Oh no, that's Star Drew that says the Ravens guy. What's up, Rodney? And the Ravens guy. Shout out to Star Drew. You guys got the Raiders next week, Rodney. You think you guys are?
They're gonna get
You think you're gonna get stomped out by the Raiders?
No, I don't think they're gonna stop. I think it'll be a closer game, but I think they're gonna lose.
Okay. Over under Dalton's touchdowns. 2.5.
I'm gonna say
Under.
you're saying 2.5. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say he gets 2. Yeah, I'm gonna go under.
What up, Jared? How you doing today, sir? Welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful day. All right, and we will get your prediction on the game later on in the show. Let's move on to Mr. Hendo's Ravens. Ravens playing at home. I thought this game was in Vegas, but you're playing at home against the Las Vegas Raiders. Look good in the first. I'll say the first half. First and second quarter. They picked off Gardner Minshew. Offense was moving, and then something changed. Hendo, what changed that second half for you?
The team panicked. That's what changed. Next came out in the third quarter. Derrick Henry started to run the ball, the 30-yard run. They started looking good, went up by 10. And once the Raiders started creeping back in, John Harbaugh said, I don't know what to do, guys. Todd, what do you want to do? You don't know? Okay. Hey, do what y'all want to do.
You know what happened, Suge. They got into that fourth quarter. They looked up. They saw they were up by 10. They said, oh, shit, we got to start giving this back because that's what Baltimore does. They blow more fourth quarter 10-point leads than anyone in the NFL.
That's wild. And that's wild because
Wait
they're built off of defense. Go ahead.
I just want to know what was the Carolina Panthers banner that you just had up here? Was it the score? Yeah, but you put the Ravens lose 10-point lead instead of the score. See, I like your bias. I like how you're biased against one team on this channel.
He was just trying to point out that you at 1 point had a lead, Hendo.
Yeah, you guys lost a 10-point lead.
Right, but you put the score of the other one up. Your bias is showing.
How is my bias showing? My bias has never shown against the Ravens.
Fuck you, Baltimore!
Ever. Not one time.
Built off defense. Yeah, they built off defense. Listen, Ben. Listen. Don't you start me today because I used to be a Saints fan. We don't want to do this. We don't want to go there.
Well, I mean, what happened? I mean, you guys did run Derrick Henry more. You got 18 carries.
No. We ran him more, but when the game counted, we ran him one time.
Hey, Graven came in.
What's up, Graven?
Right when that video was playing in Graven.
Right. Yeah, Suge don't know how to keep it clean.
No. This channel never keeps it clean.
But yes,
I am not clean. Team keep it clean like in Graven.
You're not clean at all.
Oh, I'm very clean.
I wasn't talking about hygiene. What's going on? But yes, they ran Derrick Henry, and then when it came to crunch time, Todd Monken does what Todd Monken does, and ran Derrick Henry one time and tried to get fancy on a 3rd and 1, and we got a penalty, and then they made it 3rd and 6. Then we had another stupid play.
You forgot when your number one receiver handed the ball off to the corner.
Well, that was the first half.
I'm saying you forgot to mention it.
I think. I don't know.
You forgot to
wait a minute.
That was pretty cool. I like people who share.
Wait a minute. That's not a number one receiver. What do you mean?
Oh, my bad. I thought that the guy who was drafted in the first round, prior to the most recent first round pick would have been the number 1, and then the next guy was the number 2. Is that not how it's working in Baltimore?
Zay was drafted higher.
Zay was drafted later, though.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. Rashad Bateman was drafted before.
Well, I mean, yes, but slots. He was slotted in draft slot before him. Bateman was 28.
Gotcha.
Zay was like 24.
Barely even a real first round pick.
Exactly. Bateman is barely a first round pick.
Gotcha.
Wow. Hating on Bateman.
Yes.
Y'all should give him an opportunity to be the number 1, though.
Why?
I don't know. I just hear that all of the Ravens receivers need a lot of opportunities.
I mean, Hendo, your
What?
tight end finally showed up. 4 receptions, 51 yards, and then Eichley went back to playing like normally he did.
So don't say tight end, say tight end. See, and this is the issue that I have because all offseason long, people have been yelling at me in my comment section talking about you don't know about Todd Monken and this 2 tight end system from Georgia. I'm like, I don't know because I've never seen him successfully put 2 tight ends on the field and have both of them eat. So I don't know.
You know the secret about Todd Monken, and I don't want to
Old, antiquated.
I don't want to blow anybody's mind here. But we talked about this even before you got hired. The secret about Todd Monken is he was a bad offensive coordinator in the NFL, and that's why he was the offensive coordinator in Georgia.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk about that.
Let me ask you a question, Hendo, and I'm not even trying to like mess with you or anything.
Yeah, you are.
Just not.
What?
You have your next 3 games are real tough. You got the Cowboys, Bills,
we go on 5.
Bengals.
If you go,
but if you go 0-5, should John Harbaugh be fired?
If we go 3-0, John Harbaugh should be fired. I don't care what we do. Yeah,
I know you. I know you just hate. I know you just hate John Harbaugh. I don't hate him.
But this is the thing.
No, I'm not saying hate like you personally know.
People think that I hate him as the coach of the Ravens. It's not.
Hey, put up his name real quick.
Who?
Hendo's name. Like you take down the banner.
What?
Take down the Ravens banner. Oh, this is horrible. Okay, I was just checking.
I mean, the season so far is horrible.
Did you make that up this week?
Nope. I understand what this means.
All right, I'm just.
He's just not a good head coach. And the thing that infuriates most people is he gets in front of these press conferences and they ask him these softball questions, and he never takes accountability. He's always got an excuse, and he's a politician, and he just never says, "You know what? I messed up." He was like, "What? Challenges? You can't be good at challenges if you don't challenge." What?
There you go.
Now, Rodney, shout out to Coach Evans doing Ravens Roundtable last night. There was a clip. I was watching, but I was doing something else, and maybe you could talk about it. There's a clip of Harbaugh talking about Ben Cleveland, I believe, yes, and why he wasn't starting. Can you kind of give me a breakdown of that? Because I know Hendo wasn't there.
Well, he's not starting because Daniel Falele outplayed him. What else do you want to know? Like if he had outplayed Daniel, he'd be the starting right guard. Okay, and he knows what he needs to do. Okay, he needs to show him. He needs to show me in practice. And he needs to outplay Daniel. And if he does that, guess what? He'll be the starting right guard. But Daniel's the starting right guard because Daniel outplayed Ben. I don't understand what you're not getting.
You wow. That, you know what? It sounded just like that, I think.
Yeah, it did.
That clip summarized a different way is who the fuck are you to ask me a question?
you forgot. Yeah, Ben Cleveland. What is he in year 3, year 4? I don't know. He's like he's on my team or something. You guys tell me.
Right.
But this
he was one drink away from who the fuck is Ben Cleveland?
And what do you take away from that? Like honest opinion, I want to know what you take away.
He's a moron. Listen, we all know John Harbaugh has a doghouse, and if you're in it, it's really hard to get out of it, whether you can play or you can't. This is the guy that John Harbaugh made Eric DeCosta draft, so to speak. He wanted John Harbaugh to trade up for him because he was like, "Oh, I love this guy. He's big and athletic, and he's a Raven." Blah 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 blah. So the Ravens went out and got the guy. He's talked glowingly of him for the last 3 years. Praised him last offseason for the work that he did in spot duty that he came in. Now all of a sudden he can't beat out Daniel Falele. My thing is this. As bad as Daniel Falele has looked, if he can't beat him out, why is Ben Cleveland still on his team? Because Falele can't play football, and this should be his last year as a professional.
I still believe in you, Daniel.
You just want to upset Hendo.
No, he says that all the time. He
no,
likes
I like Falele, man.
Right. I believe in him too. I believe.
I
believe he goes to the UFL.
Where
he might have a chance.
Go, man.
Wherever you got to go. It's not with the Baltimore Ravens, but wherever you got to go.
Dreams are not a one and done thing.
Facts.
Could be the UFL, could be the CFL, could be whatever.
Could be Pittsburgh.
Could be Pittsburgh. They like battle linemen over there a lot.
Yeah, they do.
Hey, he comes over. He comes to Pittsburgh, and all of a sudden looks good. I mean, I'm just saying.
Hey, Suge, that's one thing that'll never happen. He's a lost cause.
He's not a lost cause.
His feet are too slow, and
Eh,
his awareness is not there.
eh. Yeah. We'll see. I don't know.
Probably like,
So you next week, Hendo, you guys got the Cowboys. I mean, all jokes aside, are you a little worried about this game coming up?
no, I'm not. I'm dead ass because why would I be worried? Like, listen, I thought that the Ravens could lose the last week. Anything is possible with this team. You never know what you're going to get because we don't have an identity. And just like the Dallas Cowboys, you don't know what you're going to get with them from week to week. One week you can be like, yo, how did you lose to them? And the next week you can be like, yeah, they're going to the Super Bowl. So Jekyll and Hyde situation with both teams.
Yeah, but this is a must-win game for Baltimore, and those are the games that John Harbaugh typically gets the team up for, because right now they're 0-2, and over the last 3 seasons, 19 of the 21 teams that went 0-2 or started 0-2 missed the playoffs. Right? You don't want to go 0-3 and test those odds. So this is a must-win game. They have to get it, especially with Cincinnati and Buffalo coming up after this. They absolutely have to go out there and put their best foot forward and make sure they get a win.
Oh, well, listen, we've started 0-2 5 times before. In each and every season, we have not had a winning season. Plus, my thing is this. I will take nothing away from Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers. But you got Mike McCarthy and CeeDee Lamb coming in. Zeke's a little bit older, not as effective. Brandon Cooks. If we couldn't guard these guys, and you now have an offensive coordinator that can actually scheme things up, what are we going to do against them? Because I've been told all offseason, this is no-fly zone. And we are the worst passing defense in the league.
30 second.
That denotes worst.
So over under 3 sacks for Micah Parsons.
Oh gosh,
I think over. I'm calling it. I'm calling it strip sack.
What you think? He's Aiden Hutchinson?
I'm gonna call it strip sack.
They'll still only count as 1 though. You think you only get a couple more after that?
I think he's gonna get through. I think he'll get over 3.
Listen, give credit to Ben's team. Ben's team showed us the blueprint on how to slow him down. I'm just lying. Our offensive line ain't good.
I was gonna say, can your line slow it down?
Well, I mean, listen, if you listen to Michael Parsons, what he said, how they defended him, we can emulate that. It's just, can we block anybody else on that team if we do it?
You can't emulate that.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Hendo. Why hasn't your number 1 draft pick, or is he number 1 draft pick or first round draft pick?
First round draft pick?
Yeah, been playing.
He was in a car accident, so he was inactive.
You're referring to Nate Wiggins, the corner, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
he was in a car accident. Oh, that's
yeah.
Sorry to hear.
I read something today that if he'd have played the other day, that stuff that happened wouldn't have happened. Okay. That rookie was going to come in and shut down Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Ravens fans are delusional.
I mean, he didn't shut down Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy in the first game, did he?
No, he didn't.
Because y'all got burnt to a crisp by those two. So
yeah. Ravens fans aren't realistic when it comes to draft picks, because they keep saying he played lights out during the preseason versus second and third stringers. Lights out.
We said the same thing. We said the same thing about Kenny Pickett. So I feel that.
Well, we said Kenny Pickett's playing against second and third stringers. Calm down, and then he showed his true colors.
Did.
He really did, because he not that he was bad, he just showed that he's a bad person.
That is true.
They just got him up out of there.
He's like, you got a black quarterback to replace me? Get me out.
And they were like, gladly.
Yeah.
Like, Eagles take him. And then he come out and say, well, really, I was an Eagles fan all my life. And there's still a little corner of Kenny fans that are like, he was our good player. It's just Mike Tomlin.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
And I bet-
Mike Tomlin has taken. Look at no hate on Justin Fields, but that offense is not great. But he's got a good defense, and he's taking what he can, and they're 2-0. Now we're gonna find out if we're frauds or not this weekend. But if he can pull it off,
I mean, are y'all
Tomlin's
gonna
a
give
great
him?
coach.
Are y'all gonna give him a running game?
Apparently,
as soon as he starts running.
yeah, he needs to start running. See, unlike the Ravens, we want our quarterback to run.
Because y'all don't care if he gets hurt or not. Because he's a rental.
Oh no, we care. We care about
y'all don't care about Justin Fields.
Yeah, we do. We care about all our black quarterbacks. Okay, I don't know where you going. Okay, we care about our black quarterbacks.
Y'all don't give a damn about Cordell Stewart.
Sure, we did. Now, Bill Cowher didn't care about him.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not all of us. That's one person. Okay. Shout out to
the one that matters.
I think that you have it backwards, where you were one person who cared about Cordell Stewart. The rest of Steelers fans were calling him gay.
Yeah, that's true too.
Sure, they were. Shout out to
then he came over.
Ferris's. Shout out to Ferris's favorite coach, Bill Cowher. Thinks he's a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
Then Cordell came over to the Ravens and became King Ugly. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Steelers beat the Broncos 13-6. Again,
There's
nothing
to talk about in this game, bro.
I think the first half was I saw a lot of good things. George Pickens didn't have much, but those bad I want to say they're bad calls, but those holding calls, beautiful pass from Justin Field and great catch by Pickens. Loved it. It was I think we're going to see more of that. We're going to see the playbook open more. A beautiful pass to Pat Freiermuth. Shout out to Darnell Washington. He only had one reception, but it was a touchdown, and it was beautiful. I think the first half, Justin Fields, I like what I saw from him, and I wish we would have done that in the second half. And kind of referring to what Hendo said, I wish we would have had a running game, because if we would have had any kind of running game, I don't even think Bo Nix ever gets into field goal range. But
yeah, but I mean, to be fair, it's only been 3 years of everyone everywhere telling you that Najee Harris is bad. How could you have known?
And
Warren's still kind of hurt,
And you got lucky that you played a 45-year-old rookie in Bo Nix. If it was any real quarterback, then you might have been in trouble.
I think our defense is built for that. Like, we're okay. We're gonna find out this week. Even though you guys don't care for Justin Herbert, we're gonna find out this week. Like, we're gonna find out.
What you mean?
It's not that we don't care for Justin Herbert. It's just he has Greg Roman as offensive coordinator and no good wide receivers.
Hey, Quentin Johnston got 2 touchdowns this past week.
This is the Carolina killer. That's a different thing. He's not.
What about Laddie?
I mean, Ladd is all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Ladd is okay, but he's not.
They're not Keenan Allen and Mike Williams.
Facts.
Let me just ask you. Let me ask you guys this question, because I see y'all want to talk trash about my team, but Heather, you were on the show saying the Steelers would be good if they start Justin Fields. Now it's kind of been this thing where every week we're hearing, okay, Justin's going to start. It's not like a definite, like going forward, he's the starter.
Right.
It's every week. Okay, he's going to be the starter.
If he scores a couple touchdowns, he'll be the starter.
He should.
More than one touchdown?
He should. He's just starter for the rest of the year unless he gets hurt. I've been trying.
I like what he's doing. I like what he's doing. Like, a lot of people are like going on his accuracy. His accuracy looks fine to me. He just needs the line. That we're having issues with the line.
As always, nothing new.
Right? Broderick Jones has been dropped. They were going to do this whole platoon thing at right tackle. But Troy looked amazing, and then they brought Broderick Jones in. Broderick Jones in, and he got the call. He got 3 straight penalties. on in one series. 3.
Yep. Y'all really trying to emulate the Ravens. Got it.
I think he needs to be sent to the Ravens.
They'll probably take him too.
They probably would. Oh, look at what we got. We got one of the Steelers high draft picks. See, we know what we're doing. No, but for real though, from what again, Justin ain't lighting the world on fire, but what I've seen from him, I like. Do you guys feel the same way, or do you just say, it is what it is?
Listen, no disrespect to Bradley's team, but dude had 145 yards passing against the Panthers.
That's because J.K. Dobbins had 130-something yards rushing, and Carolina had 3 points.
I mean, it's true, but still. Justin Herbert hasn't been Justin Herbert in like the last 10 games.
And TJ Watt about to get him.
I hope not.
You don't like TJ Watt?
I know it's my fantasy quarterback. I don't need TJ Watt injuring other people because you know he likes to play dirty and put people out for a year.
He sure does.
It's only if you were in Carolina blue, not.
Yeah, he did that to Ronnie Stanley. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, and there's a reason.
Yeah, because he's the dirty player. Like just like Minka Fitzpatrick. Yeah,
hey, don't you bring up Minka Fitzpatrick?
Bruh, I'd fight Minka Fitzpatrick for what he did.
You don't fight. You don't fight.
No, I'd fight him for what he did to Nick Chubb. That's ridiculous.
He hit him. It was a tackle.
He put his helmet on his knee while his foot was planted.
Yeah,
what he did.
Hey, don't plant your foot.
I ain't seen Nick Chubb since.
Don't plant your foot.
They supposed to fly?
Hey, wait, hold on. Hendo, that shirt.
What?
Is that a podcast?
It's a Ring King shirt.
Oh, yeah. It's a podcast I've never heard of.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Let me grab my late night with Suge Knight shirt real quick.
What's that?
Why do we all hurt each other? Why do we all take it so personal?
Late night with Suge. What's that?
That
sounds made up.
Kind of like hanging with Hendo, huh?
That is made up.
No, it was not made up.
That was made up. It's a fantasy.
I will not tolerate Panthers hate.
Nobody hates the Panthers here, though. That's the crazy part.
What up, Noah? How you doing, sir? Hope you're having a wonderful night. All right. Let's talk about this. Even though Hendo was kind of accusing me of making fun of him, which I was not. Tua got hurt in I believe it was the Thursday night game versus Miami. Buffalo. Sorry, he is on Miami. Got hurt against Buffalo. We know that he's been hit and very severely injured. There was the season where he was literally laid out and hands were stiff, body was stiff. This one kind of looked almost exactly the same, but not as long of a duration. Should he retire? And I will start with you, Rodney.
Yeah, absolutely. This is at least 4 concussions that we know of, and obviously, like you said, they look pretty bad. When they have him on the field, he should. Now, I mean, he's already come out and said he has no interest in retiring, so I guess that's not going to happen. But I mean, for his own long-term health, I think he absolutely should quit.
What about you, Hendo?
Yes, I 100% agree with Brady. The idiot should retire and call it quits. Like, he's a fucking fool.
I mean, that's just rude.
And I don't mean because he continued to play. He's a fool because he's had these concussion issues since high school, college, and you're in a game where you're losing and you're going to lose, and you run in head first, knowing that you've had previous head trauma. Like, that to me is just idiotic. Like, this is something I shouldn't be doing, but you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. And you knock yourself silly. And you try to get up, and the same thing happens. Like, bruh, do you not care about the quality of life once you get older? And I understand the competitor, the gladiator in you. You want to compete. You want to do what's right for your team. But you have to think about your life going forward and yourself as an old man. Like, yeah, he need to call it quits.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm pretty sure he's made enough money to, invest and all that good stuff. But you got to, like Hendo said, you got to think of your future. You got to think, I don't know if he has kids or
Yep, he
not.
does.
But you got to think about that and the fact that you've had this problem a few times is worrisome. And you gotta think about your future. You don't want to be walking around with CTE. You don't want to be
Mhm.
walking around, not be able to function later in life. It's not worth it, like you said. So I definitely think he needs to retire. Unfortunately, it's his choice. I know earlier I wasn't trying to make fun of him, but someone even used the clip from Any Given Sunday. Remember the character of LT's character talking about all he knows is football, and he's trying to provide for his family. And I think that most players would, do the same, but at the same time, you got to think of your health. And is it worth it to try and, play this game if you're not going to be able to enjoy life later? So let's get to our overreaction of the week. Rodney, what is your overreaction of the week?
Overreaction of the week. The Cardinals are good now.
So they're not good.
Or Sam Darnold's good now. Take your pick. Whichever one.
Or Baker Mayfield.
Baker's fine. Baker was good before. He was very up and down in Cleveland, and then he's bounced back. I'm happy for Baker. Sam Darnold sucks. I'd be happy for Sam if he was legitimately good, but I mean, it's 2 games in. Let's calm down.
And what about you?
Overreaction of the week. It would have to be that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win the AFC North.
I actually would agree with you. And unless they go out to this game and Justin Fields throws, 250 yards, a couple touchdowns, and the defense just absolutely dominates, I got to see more from the offense. Now, if they go out and do that, and they can start to do that week by week, then I would be like, wait, maybe we are. But being 2-0 right now, like you said, we played a rookie quarterback. Even though the Falcons beat the Eagles, it is Kirk Cousins. Like you said, Eagles, they did some dumb stuff. So, like I said, this is really gonna show who we are moving forward. So I actually would agree with you. I think my overreaction of the week is that the Ravens are a bad team. I don't think they're a bad team. I just think they have a lot of holes in important spots, and it's costing them games.
Not bad to me.
Well, they have a great quarterback.
Yeah,
and they have pretty good defensive pieces, and they've been able to recover from that over the years.
And been able to recover from 0-2.
But this year, it's a little rough. So,
Bill Parcells told me you are what your record says you are.
which means they are as good as the Carolina Panthers.
Facts.
Kirk Cousins is the best QB in the league.
Lord.
That's the funniest joke I've heard all week.
Big overreaction. All right.
He's not even the best QB on his team.
All right. So right now we're gonna do pick'ems. Score. The scores right now is Bounty is 17, Hendo is 20, Suge is 18.
I got basically every pick this week wrong.
Yeah, bro, it was a bad.
But we did.
These are the top 6 teams by the spread, all lost.
Yep.
Like outright lost.
Yes.
Brian, you got 6 right last week. Hendo got 9, which is not
really?
Yeah, because you took Buffalo. You took the.
Of course.
Which ones did we? You took Seattle. Me and Bronny took the Pats. We all took the Commanders. You did take Pittsburgh.
Of course.
You took the Chargers. Like it was like the Ravens, Dallas, Lions, Colts, 49ers, Rams, Phillies were your loss.
Idiots.
So All right.
You gotta switch them up. You gotta switch them up, but can't do everything anywhere all at once.
All right. Thursday night game: New York Jets versus
Whoo!
the New England Patriots. And I'll start off with you, Hendo. Who do you got?
Why you asking me, bruh? That's tough because the Patriots are a little bit better than I expected them to be. Who the home team?
Jets.
We used to have a rule about this. You know what? Give me the New York Jets.
I know degenerate gambler Brandon Buckingham isn't asking why you would make different picks like gamblers don't hedge their bets all the time.
Facts.
Who you got, Brody?
I don't know, man. Flip a coin. I'll take the Jets at home, I guess.
All right. I'll go with the Jets.
One of those
Also.
teams to win.
Yeah.
All right. Sunday, you got the New York Giants versus at Cleveland.
Cleveland.
And
Cleveland.
well, I was gonna go with Bronny,
Cleveland.
and I went with the Jets last week because Ferris told me that the Giants don't lose to the Commanders. Well, I don't believe it.
That's what you get for listening to first.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh yeah. Who you
Chicago
taking?
and
No,
Chicago.
who are you
I'm taking Browns.
Who you taking in the Jets New England game?
Jets.
Okay.
Chicago and Indianapolis.
Man, it's bad or the mid.
Yeah, I got to take the Colts in this one. I think they bounce back and get on track a little bit. And Chicago has looked awful.
Give me Indy.
Indianapolis. I'm also going to take Indianapolis. Do you hear me, bro? Hendo?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you actually answered for once what I have been asked.
Houston at Minnesota. Hendo.
Ooh, give me Houston. I believe in CJ Stroud. He should have been the number one pick.
Rodney.
I hope. Well, I'm rooting for this. I'm rooting for John Harbaugh to get an extension this week. I'm taking Houston. I think they are the better team. They haven't really put it all together yet. I think they do this week.
Right. I'm taking Texans also. Philadelphia, New Orleans. Rodney.
Well, I'm taking New Orleans. Apparently, they have an unstoppable offense, and Philly continues to be frauds. So I'm taking the Saints.
Hendo.
I was going to take the Saints, but since Bradley picked them, I'm going with Philly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to go with New Orleans. LA Chargers at the Steelers. Hendo.
Since y'all both picked New Orleans, that means Philly's gonna win. I believe in Jim Harbaugh. Give me the Chargers.
Rodney.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to outfield goal the Chargers. I'm taking LA.
I am taking Pittsburgh. Justin Fields throws for one touchdown and runs for a touchdown.
Well, unless TJ Watt goes TJ Watt in the first two quarters, then I'll take Pittsburgh. But by TJ Watt, I mean dives at Justin Herbert's knee and gets him out of the game.
What is Denver at Tampa Bay? Hendo.
Tampa Bay.
I tried to be nice to him. I never liked Bo Nix, but then he went to Oregon and he played pretty well. And, we like Oregon over here. My dad's from Oregon. And I've picked him the first couple of weeks, and I'm just like, man, like I can't keep pretending to believe in you. I'm taking Tampa.
I'm also taking Tampa Bay. I believe in Baker Mayfield. Green Bay at Tennessee.
I remember when I said that the Panthers should have just drafted Malik Willis. I'm going to take Green Bay at Tennessee.
Just listen. It's a revenge game for Malik Willis. He's going against the team that drafted him, so I'm going with Green Bay.
Will Levis
drafted him though.
He
ain't going against the coach that drafted him though.
That is true too.
Coach killing ass.
I'm gonna take the Titans.
Oh.
Okay.
Carolina, Vegas, Rodney.
Vegas.
What'd you say?
You heard what I said.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, man.
I think Andy Dalton's gonna go out there and throw some bombs. I'm gonna take Vegas.
Yo,
Uh,
why'd Jay say your boy a racist too?
Who?
Dirty racist.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
You might be
Wow,
right, Jay.
Jay.
You might be right,
Wow,
Jay.
Jay.
Oh man,
might
called
be-
him
you
a
might-
dirty racist.
You might be right.
Hendo, Miami at Seattle.
Seattle.
I'm taking Miami. I like Skyler.
Who's about? Okay.
Skylar Thompson.
All right, Miami. I am
Seattle,
gonna
baby.
go Seattle.
Mike McDonald, that defense.
Is it? How many did they give up to New England last week?
It didn't look good.
Rodney, Arizona or Detroit?
Detroit gets
Detroit
back on
at-
track. They get the win at Arizona.
Hendo.
Kyler Murray goes back to who he really is. I'm going with Detroit.
Black Ops ain't out yet.
That's true.
I can't wait for all the Call of Duty.
You know what?
One more time.
Shout out. We'll go Arizona.
I know.
Wow.
Oh,
Baltimore at Dallas, Rodney.
Dallas.
Hendo.
God.
Go
It's so
ahead.
tough. It's so
Go
tough.
ahead, Sand.
Just for the simple fact that I said I can't pick Dallas because they let me down. I'm going Baltimore, most definitely. Bradley said it, back against the wall. No way we lose this game.
Mhm.
Baltimore.
Yeah, definitely.
If it was in Baltimore, I would have picked Baltimore, but it's in Dallas. So I'm gonna go Dallas.
What? See, y'all just keep guaranteeing wins.
Rodney,
Y'all agree. And I
San
disagree.
Francisco, LA Rams.
I mean, there's no Cooper Cup. There's no Puka Nacua. There's nobody that makes Matt Stafford look like he belongs. So
No,
going with San
CMC.
Francisco. Well, actually, yeah, no CMC, no Debo. Ooh, that is tough. Because Brock Purdy is the king of the frauds. You know what? I'm going to go Rams at home.
Are you really?
I'm going Rams at home.
Hendo.
Jesus. Sean McVay has a tough time beating his old master. So I'm going with San Francisco.
Go
with the Rams.
We'll go San Francisco.
You son of a bitch.
Kansas City at Atlanta. Is Kirk Cousins about to show he was worth the money?
Kansas City going to beat the brakes off of Atlanta.
And it's at night. Yeah. Kansas City.
Who do you got, Hendo? Kansas City?
Kansas City.
I will also go with Kansas City.
And
We got two Monday night.
Look at this pile of shit lineup on Monday.
Facts.
Incredible.
Jacksonville
What a-
at Buffalo.
what a delight.
Why do we have two Monday night games? So
Right.
They're doing that for a number of weeks every season now, I think.
Yeah, but
Well, Monday is my birthday, and I do
No
think I'll be
way.
streaming. I do think I'll be streaming on Sunday for the Steeler game. So look out for that. Rodney, Jacksonville, Buffalo.
I'm taking Buffalo because the other team is Jacksonville.
Hendo.
boy, the Prince Trevor Lawrence had 16 yards passing at half in the other game. Ain't no way I'm picking Jacksonville. It's Buffalo.
I am also going Buffalo. The Commodores at Cincinnati's. Hendo.
Well, I'm not picking Lionel Richie, so give me Cincinnati.
I am picking Washington. The shit show in Cincinnati continues.
Really?
I'm gonna go Cincinnati.
Jaden Daniels breakout game.
No, Cincinnati always does crappy the first two games, and then that third game, it's a little bit different.
You
right,
say
so-
always, but you're talking about twice.
No, it's 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
In the last 5
We'll
years,
have-
it's been crappy like the first
We
two
will have
games.
those results next week.
And then it's Washington, so you know.
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
Jaden
All right.
Daniels. It's a new era. It's breakout game.
Oh, really? How many touchdowns they scored last week?
It's breakout game this week, and
I just
not
said-
last week.
I just asked what Jaden Daniels did. I'm saying.
He ran all over.
All right. So we got our
Time-
week 3 pick names. It is time to do what the hell? It is time to do our blind rankings.
Is that what we call it? It's time for what the hell?
Yeah, it's kind of what that. All right, so this week's blind rankings is gonna be a little different. We have 5 spots, but we have 8 entries. So you're gonna have to decide.
And we can swap out, right?
You can't swap out. We'll let you do once. You can do one swap.
One swap. That's what I'm talking about.
One swap. So there's 8 entries, 5 spots, and the subject or the category is high school movie football teams. Okay,
Mhm.
I guarantee you 2 of these, which is real funny. Actually, one of them is a real high school, but I guarantee you 2 of these you guys are not going to know. All right, so the first high school is Taft Rockets from the movie The Best of Times.
It's the best of
Five.
You got this one, Hendo. I don't even know what that is.
5.
Want to put him at 5? Okay. It's actually a movie with
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams and I think Kurt Russell.
Yeah. Yuck.
Not college, because trust me, you know, we would have some. All right. Central High Wildcats from the movie Wildcats.
Oh, goalie Horn.
How old do you think I am, Suge?
We're the same.
I guess we
You're the
put
same
that-
age as Hendo.
I guess we put that 4.
Nope.
Football.
All right. Kill. I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing the school name.
Like you had all day and all night to.
But I'll just say Mustangs from Gridiron Gangs.
Oh, okay. I'll put that number 3.
You okay with that, Hendo?
Yeah, I never saw that movie.
They were very violent.
So Taft, just to let you know, Taft Rockets. That Taft is an actual school in Los Angeles, outside of Los Angeles. They were
Yes.
really good when I was younger.
I know that.
What about when you were older?
I don't know. No. All right.
Either.
West Canaan High Varsity Blues.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them 4. Get Central up out of there.
You want to take Central off?
Damn.
your only
No,
swap.
I would take Taft off, but I mean that's a Tando. I don't know.
Take Taft off.
Take Taft or Wildcats?
Taft.
Taft's coming off. Put them down here. Now my
Taft
shit's freezing. What the hell? Oh, hold up. Having technical difficulty.
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
Indeed.
Yep.
That's all right. West Canaan is 5th. Who's up next?
What the hell?
He don't know. He can't pull it up.
No, I have it up. Okay. I mean, it's gonna. Okay, there we go. West Canaan, you have 5th now.
Who's up next?
All right. I can't even pronounce this one. I'm horrible.
3 more left. I think.
Yeah, there's 3 more left.
3 more left.
No, there's 4 more left.
Mm.
4 more left.
I'm gonna say we should get 2 swaps.
2 swaps.
Okay, we'll get 2 swaps. All right.
There it is.
Ampipe Ampipe Bulldogs from All the Right Moves.
What? And
Oh,
AMPIMPE.
get him out.
That goes under Taft. Yeah, into the gulag.
This was a Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Tells you
All right.
everything you need to know.
Wingate Christian High School, The Blind Side.
Get him out.
Underneath Taft.
Get him out.
Wow.
Underneath Taft.
Wow.
Really banking on these last two being Permian and Remember the Titans.
I think it's 3 more. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah, it's 2 more.
Permian Panthers, Friday Night Lights.
There it is.
There it is.
Number one.
Number one?
Number one. Number one for me.
And the last one.
Because if you want to win, you just put Booby in. He about to spin.
TC Williams, Titans. Remember the Titans.
Number 2.
Ain't number 1, but all right.
They ain't no man. Lame ass dance. They came out there. They ain't
All right.
The white people couldn't do it, so they had to do something that everybody could do. It's all inclusive.
Yeah.
It was all inclusive.
The star running back had to go out there and be a nickel corner.
Listen, you leave Turk alone.
Why should you with the ball, son? I'ma leave.
See, we knew what was coming.
Permian would have broke them boys.
Hey, did you see never mind.
Right, where you
Booby was gonna go out there and he was gonna do black Nikes on his feet. Okay.
I mean, who is it? The other running back too. Here's the white one, the white guy. He would have ran over.
Oh, Billingsley.
Yeah, he would have ran over most of that team
if he was sober.
Did you see the documentary on TC Williams? I mean, on what was the other one? What was the big ones that beat up?
The team that beat up DC Carter, I think it was.
Yeah. Did you see that documentary on them?
Nah, Ferris told me about it.
What really happened?
Because Ferris has seen every documentary.
I just saw it recently.
Listen, I don't like. You know what I don't like? I like documentaries. Very informative and they're necessary, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. I don't like when they ruin my entertainment, though. Okay, I'm not a big fan of that.
Hey,
I watched
the team that the Hoosiers beat had Oscar Robertson on it, and like they just weren't actually better, and they just didn't give Oscar. You know, it's not good.
I was watching a little bit of a mini documentary on Terminator 3 that was supposed to come out after Terminator 2 and like the country, because I forgot about this. I don't know if you remember this because I never went to Universal Studios, but there was a Terminator ride that was and James Cameron actually had that story fit into a continuation that was supposed to continue in T3, and the kid that played in T2 was in that. I had forgot about that because as soon as they brought up the footage. And so they were talking about what his plan was for T3 and kind of laid out the foundation. And the guys that did, I don't know if it was Terminator 1 or what, but they came in, snuck in, bought the rights to Terminator because Fox was going to buy it so that Cameron can do the third movie. And they came in and bought it and they were like, oh, well, Cameron, come do it for us. And he was like, no, I don't want to do it for you. That's why Linda Hamilton wasn't in it. That's why the original John Connor wasn't in it because he got hired and then he went and got drunk the night that he got hired, and then they said they had a clause in this thing that said you couldn't get drunk or high, and he went and got drunk and high, so they fired him, replaced him, and that's why we got the Terminator 3 movie that we got, and it was garbage. And after that, like Salvation I thought was good, but it's meh. Genesis was horrible. Dark Fate was okay.
I'm pleasantly surprised that Edward Furlong is still alive. I thought he was dead.
No, he's still alive. He got sober. and everything
Oh,
like
good
that.
for him, man. Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but the Terminator never really. It didn't strike me as a thing that needed to be a series. Like, you had the 2 movies. Cool. We're done.
Remember the TV show?
I mean, I didn't watch the TV show because, again,
Yeah, yeah.
Terminator didn't strike me as something that needed to be a series. We had the 2 movies, and I think we were good with that.
Yeah, and they just kept trying to reboot it. It got bad.
Yeah, and this is, I don't know. Some things you can't just spin off endlessly. Most things, actually.
Well, like, it's the concept of it is hard to like continue to make stories about. Like, basically, John Connor is invincible because we keep just sending things like just keep sending things back to protect him.
I got an idea. Why don't you walk up to him in the present and shoot him?
Well, if you watch Dark Fate, that's what happened, and internet went wild. They were like, "How dare you kill this legend off?" Really? Really? Yeah, he's apparently the legend, like the character legend, or I don't know what they were calling it at the time, but it was a big. If you go look at the scene that happens in, go look at the comments. I walked out of the movie theater when this happened. How could they do this to John Connor? Connor, the greatest movie character ever.
I gotta.
We never even saw him. We saw one version of him.
I gotta say,
he was a kid.
I don't understand the mindset that leads you to be a hardcore I'm leaving comments on the YouTube section fan of John Connor.
I mean, they do it to Ravens all the time, and you're
I don't understand that either. Don't understand that either.
What are you guys playing currently right now? Are you playing any video games, Hendo? Or are you just sleeping? You're just sleeping a lot.
Nope, I be working.
He's just lying. He playing college football like every
I've
day.
been trying to, but somehow we always waiting on somebody.
I mean,
Not me.
shots.
Not me.
Shots at Mr. Mathana.
It's like, damn, we only got one person to play again.
Okay,
this week.
so hold on. I'm screw this. Rodney, you go screw yourself, okay? For that bullshit you were pulling last week, talking chirp to me. That game cheated against me against Ferris, okay?
No, it didn't. I wasn't even gonna say anything, but no, it didn't. You suck.
Yes, it did. No, you can't. You
We-
cannot throw a ball behind a linebacker and the linebacker catch the ball behind him.
Okay,
No way.
here's the thing. It's not real football, and you need to learn how the game plays and adjust to it. Like I said, it wasn't cheating Ferris when he was whooping your ass, was it?
It was definitely cheating.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
That's how you got down 40-14.
Fair. That was like after way down the line.
Oh, okay.
Way down the
Cheated
line.
2 plays and then he just beat your ass.
He didn't even beat my ass. He did the same play over and over again, and I stopped him. No, I did stop him. I did stop him. It was on 2 pick sixes. That was bullshit.
That adds up to 14, sir. How'd he get 40?
Bullshit.
How'd he get 40?
Bullshit. Bullshit. Straight bullshit.
How'd he get 40?
The game cheats.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So screw that game. Screw that game. Over it.
I'm glad you feel that way because you're gonna be removed from the league.
No, I'm not. I paid my Patreon. You ain't removing me from the league.
I don't. That shit ain't on the Patreon.
You
didn't play any games.
I did play. I played one game.
Sorry, you played. No, you didn't.
What,
Actually, you quit in the one game, and you didn't. You didn't recruit a single player.
First off, my Patreon is grandfathered in. I get all the perks.
That's not one of the perks. Is what I'm saying.
Oh yes,
And you didn't recruit a single player.
Now, if you want to drop Ben, drop Ben. I don't care about that. But you ain't dropping
No,
me.
Ben is staying. Ben plays.
No. You ain't dropping.
North Texas.
Hey,
Dead last in the country. In
Commissioner,
recruiting classes with 0 players.
Commissioner Hendo, can you take care of this, please?
Yeah, Brady, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to overrule you. Suge is kicked out because we knew he wasn't gonna play anyway, even when he signed up.
I was gonna play, but you
No,
guys
you weren't. You
never.
never do. You start off everything, and then you just be like, I don't feel like it no more. Fantasy
Because
football.
I don't have a PlayStation in my front room.
You have a
Bruh,
PlayStation
they
10
give you
people.
they give you extra time to play the games and you still don't. But somehow 3 o'clock in the morning, I see you on here playing other games. You're playing Fortnite, you're playing this, but you never have time to play college football, huh?
It's in the room in Ben's room. What do you want me to do?
Take
Right.
it out of his room.
Right.
And then I
Great.
gotta undo
Lose one.
stuff.
But once again, you're not serious about playing it, and it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm kicking out everybody that's not playing. I'm not waiting 4 and 5 and 6 days just for one person to play a goddamn game.
You know what?
Just check this out, man. I got at the end of the season. You know, I created my own team, the LBHT Academy, and I was foolish. I made them a cupcake. They're the worst team in the game. They're 69 overall, and I struggled to 11 wins, but it paid off because the number 5 team in the country, the Louisville Cardinals, offered me the head coaching job. So now I'm the head coach at Louisville, and now it's fucking go time. All right, Louisville first, Cards forever. All right.
Well, you ain't got Lamar Jackson, so I don't know what to tell you.
Not yet. Always be recruiting. All right.
Facts.
All right, I'll jump on and do my recruiting this weekend.
There's no recruiting to do.
Right.
The season is over.
Yeah.
Let me go see who offered me a job.
Nobody.
I think you missed that as well. You are back in North Texas with just fewer players.
Let's see if you can catch some goddamn stragglers.
Oh no,
I always do.
There is the transfer portal
Transfer
coming
portal.
up, so you better work.
Your team gonna be full of 1-stars.
That's all right. These 1-stars are going to take you out. I ain't tripping.
WAC Academy looking for a coach.
First of all, they're not gonna take me out because your team doesn't have a coach.
You can't take Hendo out because Hendo accidentally clicked accept on the job offer and he doesn't know where he's coaching.
I'm coaching at East Carolina.
Cartoon.
Wow.
ass school.
Fuck.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. Hope everyone has a wonderful night. Appreciate you guys.
Change this. Where my Commissioner Powers at? I need to change it.
All have a good night. Appreciate you.